that's good, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Bob is in the background supervising.
Of course, as always.
As always, because Bob loves the cards. He does love the cards. So I've got my tarot deck. It's been well used today.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. And I just got a great compliment. The client that was just here was talking about how for her readings I have been bang on.
Ooh, that's always fun.
And she said, not to divulge too much, but she did say that I told her that she was going to lose her job in September.
Oh.
And she didn't want to hear that. So she was like,
no one
no.
wants to find out that they're going to lose their job.
Yeah, exactly. And she is doing another path right now. Sorry, I'm just rearranging things so I can back this up a little bit. There, that might be better, eh?
Yeah.
And sure enough, she lost her job in September.
Okay.
And
Okay.
she's like, you have not been wrong yet. There, now you're more into it too. And she's like, yeah, she loves my reading, she said, because I don't necessarily predict the future.
No.
I say, if you want to get here to this point, here's what is the best route to that point.
Yep.
And then you can get readings in between where maybe some course correction needs to happen, whatever it might be.
Okay.
But she loves that I do that and I weave everything into a story.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, so I'm like, cool. Thank you. And she and I love to talk. She's a beautiful, beautiful soul. Inside and out. She is beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I just love spending time in her energy. So, I'll get this out of the way too. I've got my smudging and my giant tarot deck here.
The teaching deck.
The teaching deck, yes, exactly. So that you're not like all crowded into this
it's
one
all
little
good.
corner.
All good.
Because I see you've got your tree.
I do. So I didn't forget. I worked more than I slept this weekend. So I was like, am I going to be prepared for today? Kind of, yes.
And you've even got like a green and wood bracelet on.
Oh, I do, yes.
Tree themed.
Fire Frenzy. I don't remember her Instagram handle, but we did a Celtic Reiki. She did the master level with me, and she was like, "Here," and I was like, "Oh, thank you."
And you got the green watch
Yeah.
and the green T-shirt.
I'm all loving the green today.
Yeah, you're all decked out in the green.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
if we want to dive in, I think they change like bi-weekly. It all depends. I'm still getting used to like it's like it changes almost like with the lunation. So I'm still getting used to like where it sits in relation to like new moon, full moon, things like that.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
right now, two actually are in play because you've got Hazel.
Ooh,
And also apple.
Oh.
So if you are in these trees, you can pick whichever one kind of goes more to your liking. But both are in play.
Okay.
And
by in play, you mean like their energy is with you right now?
Energy.
Sort of like the energy of Gemini?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So northern hemisphere, it's Hazel and apple right now. In southern hemisphere, it's Rowan.
Okay.
So Hazel is gratitude for abundance. I feel like I'm reading from the book, but I'm actually not. We'll paraphrase.
Yeah.
Gratitude for abundance about compassion and love of friends and family. Honors the moon and water of the earth. Supports your creative expression and brings clarity when advice is sought. And so for the Ogham, it's Kol. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
Okay.
And you would draw it one vertical line with 4 horizontal lines.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So if you can see right there, that's how you draw it. See if we can focus. There we go. And that's for the Hazel.
Yep. And apple. The totems are the fairies, the pentacle, female lineages, and apparently Glastonbury is known as the Apple Isle. Learned that one recently.
Wow.
It's considered a shrub, and celebrations are considered during this time. It's the summer solstice because we're coming up on that this weekend.
Right.
Offers sweet fruit in such variety that it's fitting concentration in beauty, making choices among many good things. With apple, you honor the fairies as well as the devas and nature spirits that play the central role in the organization of plant life on our planet. So, a lot of female lineages and kind of calling back to your ancestral homelands. And the symbol of the pentacle is
When you
kind
cut
of,
it in half,
yeah, cutting the apple in half.
horizontally, you'll find the five-pointed star, which is the star of man as well, right? Like, and also apples are huge in fairy tales and magic. Apples are often used in love spells. And remember the old trick when you were a girl, you'd twist the
Yeah, twist it. How many is it? The ABCD.
yeah,
Yes, yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
whatever number or I mean
Letter.
letter you landed on was the initial of the first name of the man you were going to be in love with.
So people would always be like, "Was it depending on where your crush landed?
Yeah.
You're like, slower or faster?
Exactly.
Got to get there before it twists off."
It's like if it started with D, you're like A, B. But if it was an S, it'd be A, B, C.
Yeah. D, E, F, G.
Exactly.
The ohm is quart, so that's you're gonna go. So that was
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, and this was 5.
That's
so
5.
Again, vertically, and then horizontal 5.
Yeah. So here we go. We can bring it closer so people can see it. Hang on. There. So it's a tiny little symbol. And 5, because it's the 5 points on the inside when you cut it.
Yeah, good call.
And, you
These are-
know,
Yeah.
5 is often the number of transition. Because the apples transition. And like you were saying, there's a huge variety. Like there's crab apples, there's green apples, there's red apples. And now with all the crossing of
All the crossings of the different branches of, and branches, no pun intended,
yeah, the grafting that they do.
the marrying of different lineages.
My favorite, and Loblaws used to carry it but doesn't carry it anymore, is Envy.
Ooh.
It was super sweet. It was just a level smidge, not even a full level above the Honeycrisp.
Okay. That was the one. So I always like, I never know what it's called. I think it's the more popular one.
Oh, Macintosh?
Mm,
Those were really sour. My
like
mom loved
like
those.
orchard apples.
Okay.
It might be Macintosh. I don't know.
Macintosh and Fuji, I think. Are the two.
Fuji was sweeter.
Yeah.
So I liked Fuji as a kid, but now I'm like less sweet.
And
in my-
Red Delicious.
Yep.
In my classroom, it always seemed the rich kids had the Red Delicious.
Yep.
But as an adult, when I started buying them, I found they bruise super easy.
Oh, okay.
And they go really mealy very quickly. So I'm like,
No.
not into the Red Delicious. I like a crisp crunch to my apple, but I want it to be sweet. I don't want sour.
Yeah. No, I
Although
love
sour
that.
ones, like the green apples, are supposed to be really good for apple pies.
Yes. And that's the only way I'll eat a green apple is in an apple pie.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a sour person.
Yeah, I can be, but not in my apples. I don't
No.
want it in my apples.
And just to get this out of the way, I'm actually starting at Lotus and Lavender on Saturday.
Exciting! Yay!
So I have a physical place again, so come visit.
Yes, Lotus and Lavender.
It's a fantastic spa if you're looking to get your nails done, get a facial, just relax and pamper you. Come on in, but I will also be doing Reiki and Tarot.
Nice, very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a long time coming. But yeah, that's
That's the tree.
the tree.
Okay.
And where you can find me.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So I thought today we could do some namaste cards, and they all have different like situations or exercises, and I thought
Ooh.
we could either talk about it or draw a couple cards, you know,
Yeah.
pertaining to that. We'll mix it in and see how it goes, so to
I like
speak.
it.
Yes, yes. So these are namaste stress less cards.
Stress less. We all need less stress in our lives.
So you can pick a card.
Ooh, thank you. That one.
All right.
Oh, interesting. The power of touch.
Oh,
Touch is a primal desire, a desire for connection, and it allows us to feel connected to others. The more you are able to physically touch people you love, the more you will feel connected to this world. Hold someone's hand, rub their back, put your arm around them, or hug them. This act of physical touch reminds us that we are not alone. If we cannot be in physical touch, then of course we can use our words to gently touch others. Warm words and words of encouragement allow us to touch other people with speech. Positive words help reduce stress, just like loving physical touch.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's really interesting that that one came up because I was just reading an article the other day
Mm-hmm.
about women, especially women in North America, are what they call touch starved.
Yes.
And
I remember hearing about that years ago.
yeah, and we don't, and women in particular, they need like 10 to 12 important touches in the day, every day. And so if you're not getting the hugs, you're not getting the kisses, you're not getting the caress or whatever. And it's weird because one of the people I was just talking to today is becoming a masseuse, like a RMT
Ooh,
masseuse.
nice.
And so we were talking about touch and how important it is, and things that you can do. And it's very weird because back when I was doing massage, it's amazing how the person can change when you spend an hour touching that person, right? And I'm not talking sexually, I'm just talking like in a physical kind of way. We really need it, and our children are starting to get starved of it. And unfortunately, we make rules for the bad apples.
Yes, that is true.
So I know in school, like, the consent is really big, and that's great. I love that. However, I remember when I was in school, and if you were sad, a teacher would come and put their arm around you. They would give you a hug. And I know in schools now they're not really allowed to do that.
No.
And the child's being starved. And it's because of like the pedophile that got into the school system, or whatever. We're
Those
making
rules exist for a reason, unfortunately.
Yeah, but at the same time, it shouldn't starve someone. It's kind of like I've eaten one bad apple in my day, so therefore I will eat no apples at all. Back to the apple theme.
It's going to be a theme throughout, I think.
Yeah. Or have you ever drank bad milk? And you go off milk for a little while,
Yep.
but you eventually come back to it. We've all had that. Like, this is not good.
I've been getting better to be able to smell it.
Okay.
Because some of the kids can't tell, and they're like, I don't trust it. I'm like, can you not smell it? They're like, no. I'm like, you get used to it the more you do it.
Yeah.
Does it smell okay? Okay, drink it.
But it's kind of funny how that kind of works. Like, we make the rules for the bad guys.
Yeah.
And so the good guys suffer. And in this case, sometimes women suffer, sometimes children suffer because of it. Because as a teacher and an EA, you're in a space of authority that also, like, that's like telling a parent they can't hug their kid.
Yeah, and as you said, unfortunately, the rules do exist for the people that have crossed that line. Because that, especially with the younger kids too, like when they're upset, they just need to co-regulate, and sometimes co-regulating is touching somebody.
Yeah.
Right? So like
Yeah.
you just got to figure out, and normally it's hey, do you want to talk to me, or do you want some space? Like that's the first question on my mouth, especially if I see a kid who it may not be as familiar with me. And 9 times out of 10, it's no, I want some space. So then I circle back when I can.
Yeah.
And they're usually either calmed down or have figured something out. And there's still kids that are still learning that. Like we had a friend today who was just needed a break, and I was like, Kate, I understand you're upset. Totally allowed to be upset. You can leave, but you need permission. I need to know where you are for fire safety purposes.
Right.
Other than that, have at her. Like, and it's really interesting because this kid is, sometimes I won't even get to see them in the morning before they're like, can I have a hug? And I'm like, are you doing okay? They're like, yeah, I just need a hug. And I was like, okay. So we do like the one-armed kind of side thing. And that's about as acceptable hug as you can get.
Right.
So something is better than nothing.
I had an awkward hug today.
Oh, did you?
So there's this neighbor of mine, and we know each other, but I'm not sure where I know him from, and I don't think he's sure where he knows me from.
I hate those because you're like, I know you.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
But we live in the same building, so every time we see each other, we're like, hey, you.
Yeah.
I know you, and that's kind of our running joke, right?
Yeah.
So he was getting the mail, and we've got a new door, as you saw.
Yes. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Does it work?
It just got put in today.
Oh, okay.
So it seems to be working. I'm not sure. But anyways, so I was getting one of my clients today to come in. I was letting her in and stuff. And I saw him in the mailroom. Hey, we know each other. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
And he was just coming out. And I was like, hey. And I just given her a hug. So I went in for a hug. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm hug happy right now, and he's like, oh, we're doing this, okay.
So it's like, I think we just upped our level relationship to another level.
We are no longer just living in the same building. We are now friends who hug.
Yeah, we're friends who hug. And it's funny because his wife was in the lobby waiting for him to get the mail. So we
Yeah.
all went in the elevator together. I was going downstairs. They live up on the top floor. And so they said, oh, we'll come along for the ride. So when I was, were they leaving? No, we went up first, I think, or something. Anyways, as I was leaving, or she was leaving, I can't remember, I made sure to touch her. She wasn't like I was hitting on her husband. Like, have a good day.
It's good to see you.
I'll touch you too.
That reminds me of, again, here's our tangents. So the Friends episode when Monica and Chandler are dating, but nobody knows Monica and Chandler are dating.
Yep.
So it's the day where, he goes to say goodbye to Monica, kisses her, because he's like, that's what you do when you're dating somebody.
Yes.
And then goes, nobody knows. I got to figure out how to
Make
mask that I just kissed Monica. So then he kisses Rachel and Phoebe, and then I think Joey. So it's just this big awkward, like, what?
So Chandler's kissing everyone.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. That's we don't do that to our acquaintances, but it made me think of okay, so I've touched you, now I gotta touch everyone else.
Yes, exactly. Because I'm a big hugger.
Yes.
And my
Yeah.
clients often want hugs from me, and I want hugs from them. So I got an extra hug.
Nice. Upped your hug quota for today.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember, 12.
12. Yeah. So between the clients and the awkward hug, and the wife's pat, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far today.
All right, so you're halfway there.
I'm halfway there.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting too because there are days because like my husband and I sometimes have different schedules.
Yes.
So like I'm out before he's up.
Yeah.
And like he doesn't wake up very well, and neither do I. So if we're sleeping, we don't wake each other up.
Right.
So there are days where I'm like, bye, mwah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll hug you later.
Yeah, exactly. Now between Bob and I, there's been a lot of
Yeah.
touching.
Yeah. Bob's all about the hugs. It's
Yes,
like, Mom, if I
yes.
haven't had 20, it's
Yeah,
too little.
Exactly. He only lets me kiss him because I give him scritches.
Yeah. No, he's like, I will handle the kissing, but you need to give me scritches too.
Exactly. Oh goodness, he's so funny. Still up there?
Yep, he's
Okay.
still up there. He's just looking. I don't know what he was looking at. He's
Yeah.
at this side eye right now. He's like, "What do you want, Mom?"
Yeah, yes. Pretty serious there. You know,
Yeah?
we're talking about you.
We're talking about you. It's like I love when Bosco like cocks his head and like he's like, "Oh, you're talking about me. Are you gonna give me dinner?"
Oh goodness. So yeah, the power of touch, very important.
Mhm.
And like I like that the card mentioned, words can touch, right?
Yeah, words definitely have an effect, and like that's why we're always harping on kids about being kind because it's like not even 9 a.m. and they're just like the stuff that comes out of their mouths. I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
can we get in and say good morning first?
Yeah, exactly. And like a lot of people speak about passionate words like, oh, that was so touching.
Mm-hmm.
That really moved me. And there's physicality behind a lot of those words. Like some of the greatest speeches, move a group of people even hopefully into a better spot.
I was gonna say I can think of a few speeches that were not for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and that also speaks to the power of words,
Yes.
though,
Yes,
right?
it does
The
speak to the
pen
power
is
of words.
mightier than the sword, as the old saying goes, and it's very important, especially when you're with younger people that you're, holding some kind of guidance towards or teaching towards of what the power of your words can do. I mean, I still remember to this day getting up in French class in high school, which, whatever, and
High school French.
yeah,
We've all been there.
and those of you that are older will recognize this. I speak French the way Ed Broadbent used to speak French. So he butchered French. He was a leader of the NDP back in the day, And, you know, that's when they were still bilingual and had to be bilingual and stuff. And he, look, I mean, they still do, but he was like, yeah, bonjour, comment ça va? You know, like, it was like French with a weird country twang.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting too, because like I'm gonna Franglo, French English school. So I spent 6 months in a French classroom, but like I've lost all of it.
Oh,
because
have ya?
all of it's like line up and yes and no and can I go to the bathroom and can I get a drink and like so those have stuck,
Right.
But nothing else.
Nothing else.
Well, it's funny because I was in a classroom the other day and she's like, "Oh, you're doing really well," and I was like, "No, I'm not. Thank you for being kind."
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah. So, I mean, where was I going with that?
You were in French in high school.
Oh, and we had to stand up and say stuff,
Yep.
right? And I remember the French teacher mocking me and using me as an example as how not to speak
that's
French out loud.
horrible. Yeah, they're not allowed to do that.
I know. So, but that stuck with me.
It does. It
so
does
I
stick with
really
you.
shy away because my husband's family is French.
Mm-hmm.
And I have spoken maybe twice some French words in front of his family. And I know one time I was wrong in what I was saying and I got corrected.
It happens.
And they were kind on the way they corrected it,
Yeah.
but it triggered.
It triggered that. Well, because
Yeah.
that's an emotional memory for you, right?
Absolutely.
And I feel like in those formative years, whether you're in grade school or high school, you're still in that formative spot, you're going to remember getting corrected more.
Well, especially if you're being mocked.
Yeah.
You
for
know.
Sure. Because I still remember there's a couple
I mean,
of
there
times.
is some things that you learn through the need to not be embarrassed, right?
Sometimes I wish that still, I don't know if that flies for kids these days.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, did you realize what you just said? Do you realize how inappropriate and disrespectful? And they're like, what? Like, they just have no idea.
Yeah. I weep for
Yes.
future.
Okay. Not that I want to get on a sidetrack on a negative tangent, because I love my children, and when they're not in trouble, they are adorable.
Right.
And I
right.
have big kids.
That's all kids are.
Yeah.
Especially when they're sleeping.
My kids are sleeping. There's a problem. My kids are not kinders. If they're sleeping, there's an issue.
Do you remember nap time? Did they do nap time in kindergarten your day?
No, they did. They started full day kindergarten because I remember taking like going one day and then having one day off. I think I remember nap time in daycare though.
Oh, I
'Cause
do
would-
remember nap time in
Yeah.
daycare, and I do remember it in kindergarten for us because it was, yeah, I think it was a full day, one day on, one day off kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, there were little mats. I think in daycare there were almost like yoga mats.
Yep.
But in the school, it was like, you know, the remnants of carpets that they can't sell. I think that's
People use those still for. I was in a classroom a couple years ago, and she's like, "Yeah, I just went to the store and got all the little samples, and that's each kid had their own carpet, and that's
Yeah.
where they sat in on like the
right.
circle."
Yeah,
thing.
because we use them for storytime
Yeah,
circle,
yeah.
and we also use them to nap on.
They do have it small for napping.
Well, they weren't just squares. They were
Okay, they were
were
like-
almost the size of a floor mat. You know,
Okay.
that you put in front of
Yeah,
a door.
yeah.
So some were sort of like that because like I remember lying down on them and you could get your head and most of your body on them, but your feet were off of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, depending on your
Some
height.
kinders nowadays, I was like, there's one like half as tall as I am.
Oh my gosh!
I'm like,
yeah, we keep
why-
getting bigger.
I know.
Have you gone to Fort Henry and seen like the beds and the uniforms?
Not lately, but yeah, they're tiny.
They're very tiny. Like at first, you almost think they're for kids, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, these were for grown men. I'm like, grown men? Like, good lord.
grown men with a average height of 5'5".
Yeah. It was-
No taller.
We are definitely getting bigger and I don't mean just wider. I mean taller.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at the basketball players these days.
Oh, 100%. Even one of the kids. God, one of my today. No, this week. It was this week. Last week. I don't know. He was like, "You're short." I was like, "You just realized that you're taller than me? We've been having like you look in my face every day." It's like- but it just dawned on him that he was taller than me. Cracked me right up. I'm like, I don't grow. You grow.
Yeah. So the power of touch definitely plays into a very important part of who we become and how we develop. Because I remember when my sister was born, one of my sisters, she was born a premature baby.
Yeah.
And the nurses were constantly reminding my mom, touch her a lot, because premature babies and cesarean babies. No, it was cesarean. She was the first cesarean of my mom's. So cesarean babies need more touch.
Okay.
Because they don't get the touching that other babies do when they go through the birth canal.
Okay. Yeah.
So they need more touch so that they can bond. And that's part of the bonding with the mother and the father and all that kind of stuff is the touch. And tarot very much can deal with touch because it's the touching of the story of who you are and who you potentially could be.
Yes. Yes.
You know, and I'm often, you know, when we talk about journaling, for instance, in tarot reading, I often tell people don't just brain dump and don't just write down what your day is today. Write down what you want your days to be like, so that you not only, like, it's great to deal with the past and to, you know, maybe you see a pattern coming through or whatever, but it's also good to deal with, like, what do I want to do? What are my goals? What and there's course correction through it all, right? And that's where tarot can come in and play in those roles of, where do you want to go? Where should your focus maybe be at this point? You know, and like I was just saying with that last client, she said that she liked to be able to say, I want to go here, and I can use the cards to say, here's the best path. Where you sit right now, because it's always right now.
That energy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then moving forward.
And then if you make different decisions, maybe that path changes. Or maybe there is a reason you have to go away from the path that was suggested. Because, you know, like, I want to be a physicist. Well, first you got to go to school.
Those marks will mean a lot more if you want to do something very, very fancy.
It's like, have you ever seen The Office? The American version when Michael goes bankrupt?
No.
And he comes out into the office.
Yeah.
And he's like, I declare bankruptcy. And it's like, and then, what's his name in the series? Not Dwight, but the other guy. His name's John in real life.
Okay.
Anyways, he's like, I don't think that's how it works, Michael. It's like, you just say, I declare bankruptcy, so therefore...
there's paperwork involved.
Yeah. All my credit cards go away.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a dream.
Yeah, wouldn't it? Oh, I remember when the century turned and
everyone was like afraid they'd lose everything.
Yeah, and they said, oh, well, bank records will be erased. At the time, I was like a broke college student. I'm like, oh God, I hope so.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
I think I had 2 credit cards that I'd maxed out back in the day when they'd give 18-year-olds credit cards.
Oh, they still do.
And yeah, scary. And one was for Zellers. I'm dating myself. And one was
My
for the
grandmother had
Bay.
Yep, same.
And I maxed them both out.
Well, I mean, it's easy to do when you're in college.
Oh,
I remember maxing my then very minutely charged card.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, I remember, like, second year, I think it was second year of college, I was like, oh, I need a credit card. I need to buy books. And buying books for a year, I think, maxed it out. And it's like, oh, now what do I do?
Yeah, exactly. And then you don't understand interest until you get a credit card bill.
Yes.
It's like, what do you mean there's like this much on it?
Yep. Yep. Playing yo-yo. Don't get on that game.
Yeah,
Just don't.
Not a fun ride to go on.
Even calling it a ride is a little misleading.
Yes, it is. You're gonna puke. You're gonna cry.
Yeah, you're gonna pretend. You're gonna wish you didn't do it multiple times over.
There's gonna be much regret. So the power of touch. Let's see what comes up as far as cards go. Oh, interesting. So I got 2 knights in this particular spread. Start with the Knight of Pentacles. So Pentacles movement forward as far as money goes.
I feel like I didn't even shuffle that. That was yesterday, or that was last
Oh,
time.
really? and of course Pentacles have to do with the earth element, and earth is very like grounding, time to become centered. And when you're doing like this kind of jousting and stuff, one of the big things was to throw your opponent off of center.
Interesting.
Because they would fall or make a mistake or whatever. So, I mean, it is like putting yourself in the place where you'll find the best success. There's a thing that I've come up with, probably not new to a lot of people, but it's new to me. It's setting yourself up for success. So I do little things like, so today, for instance, Monday is my day when I make bread and when I clean the apartment. So I have a big bucket thing that I have in the tub that I run for mop water, right?
Yep.
And the bucket thing stays out here near the kitchen. So I was like, oh, I'm making my coffee. I'm like, oh, I'm going to set myself up for success. I'm going to bring the bucket to the tub right now. I'm not going to do anything, but I'm just going to have the bucket there.
Yep.
Because then the next time I go to the washroom, I'll remind myself I got to mop the floor or whatever,
That's a good
right?
one. Habit stacking.
Yes, exactly. And you don't have to do the whole job in one big shot, right? I brought the bucket to the tub. Then on the next run, I put the water in the tub. And then before you know it, I had the whole place mopped and, you know, and it's getting things started. Like for the bread, because I was feeling tired when I first started out today. For the bread, I got all the ingredients out and put them on the counter. I got the bowl that I needed to bake the bread in. I baked it in too big a pan, so it kind of flattened out, but that's okay. But I set myself up for success. Like I didn't go, oh, I don't feel like making it today, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's those little things. What can you do to get you started so the next time you come into the kitchen or the area that you need to do, it's already set up for you.
It's already set up and ready to go.
Yeah.
And that, my friends, is what we call habit stacking. And another kind of cheat code for getting yourself up and ready to go. A lot of people say what it's called, it's eat the frog. So like do your most hardest task first.
Okay.
People with ADHD, I find you have to switch that. You have to do the easy stuff first to get you motivated. And then you're like, oh, so like getting up and make sure the laundry's in or brushing your teeth. Even something as simple as putting the dishes away from last night. Like if you've washed them and then now they're already dry and now you're putting
Better
them
to
away.
air dry them, by the way.
Yeah. If you do small things, you can see a sense of accomplishment and that'll keep you going.
Right.
So it all depends on how you view your day. If you're the type of person that's like, yep, gotta get the hardest thing done and then everything else is easy, do it that way. If you have a hard time of getting going, like myself,
Me.
start small.
Yeah.
Even getting out of bed on time.
Yeah.
That's a check in my book.
Right,
'Cause
right.
That's a struggle some days.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
exactly.
so then you can be like, hey, I got up on time. Amazing. You know, sit, have your coffee, and then look at your list and go, I need to throw in a laundry. But while the laundry is going, I can clean my kitchen.
Right.
And then the kitchen's clean by the time the laundry's ready to switch over, and then you can do a third task. And then you've got 4 tasks already done, and it's not even 10.
Yeah. And you're right. Like, I must be a little ADHD. I haven't been diagnosed or anything.
Neither am
But I do find, like, if I start a job, like, even if it's a small start, I do the first step, then I'm more motivated.
Yep.
Because, like, the bucket thing in the tub, for me, if I had to sit here and drink my coffee and think about, I gotta go grab a bucket, I gotta put it in the tub,
Then
gotta
you're
run
like,
the
that's
water.
just too much.
And it becomes too much. I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to do, sorry for the swear, but it's there. Then I don't end up mopping my floor.
Yeah.
You know? But if I do it in steps, then I'm better.
Yep.
And I'm more likely to complete it.
Yeah, see, I gotta learn the, like, here's the big goal I want to do, and then I gotta chunk it down and be like, what is my step 1?
Yeah.
Because my step 1 isn't over here.
Yeah.
It's like, let's start here and get to here.
Yeah, because I can get to there.
Yeah.
But not if I have to start here and keep going.
Yeah.
I need lots of little breaks in between, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. It'll get done.
Now, what did you get as your first
Ooh,
card?
as my first card, King of Cups.
King of Cups. Ooh.
King of Cups. So mastering kind of relationships and maybe
Your
taking
emotions, too.
emotions. Yeah. So maybe grounding and touching others will help you ground out and kind of pace yourself with your emotions. I
Yeah.
feel like we get a little uppity if we're all too much in our head about
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I've been speaking to a lot of clients lately about the discipline of the mind. Because everyone, and it's not to say these clients were doing this or anything, but I do hear a lot of people saying, I can't because of this. Like, I can't because of anxiety. I can't because energy. I can't because la la la. And it's like, really, that's a discipline of the mind. Right now, maybe you do find it overwhelming, but if you discipline your mind, and I don't mean that in a negative, derogatory way, because sometimes that word's taken in that way. I mean more in an elevated, like martial arts kind of way, to be disciplined enough, like they say when you learn karate, you learn how not to fight.
Yes. So I can kind of see where you're going there. I took a couple years of karate. So there's being more intentional with your actions.
Yeah.
In how you place yourself and how you, I have to do this at work too. There's like if a kid is combative, there's just a certain, like, my body automatically, as soon as I realize a kid is combative, my body goes into a stance. So
Right.
it's like, it's being that prepared, being
Yes.
intentionally prepared for any scenario that could come flying at you.
Right.
But also
In your case, quite physically.
yes, not every day, which is a nice thing. Actually, I'm up for recertification, and I was like, I haven't had to actually use any much. That makes me so happy. So when you're more intentional with your body placement and or your intention and energy towards things and people, then it'll be more grounding for you.
Yeah, and like the discipline of the mind is, realizing you can't control what other people do, say, or whatever. The only thing you control is yourself.
That should be a class. That really should be a class.
Yeah.
Because I'm still repeating that to kids that are about to go into high school.
Yeah. And most of us, unfortunately, are walking around reacting to
Yeah.
things as opposed to responding.
Yeah. No,
And you're allowed
100%.
to react in extremes. Absolutely.
100%. And that's 90% what I say. I'm like, hey, we need to lower the voice. I understand you're upset. Totally valid.
Yeah.
But let's check how we're responding.
Yeah, let's take a beat and see what is really what we want out of this situation. Right? What's the goal? What's the end game? Like, do you want peace of conflict? Do you want resolution? Do you want to just go home?
9 times out of 10, they're like, can I go home? I'm like, I am not the adult that gets to sign you up.
Yeah.
You can talk about it for 15 minutes and we can, like, de-stress and go back to class.
Yeah, exactly. But it's learning, especially as children,
Yep.
to have that discipline of not everything's the end of the world.
Yep.
And we can.
But to them it is.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But that's
I have
part.
to remember that.
That's part of the learning, though, for them is that not
Yep.
everything's the end of the world, and the sun will still rise, and the moon will still come out, and we can go back to class, and we can be okay. I know it's hard for younger children. Unfortunately, it's also hard for a lot of adults.
Well, especially if you didn't learn these things. Because,
Well,
like, that was
yeah.
another thing that, like, I don't know. I realized in working in the many schools that I have, we all get a different learning curve, I think, growing up. Like,
Oh yeah,
everyone
definitely
has
depending on our
different-
families.
depending on families and depending on situations and environments.
and
things
some
like that.
people, even as kids, are going through very difficult
Oh,
situations.
100%. Like, I wouldn't wish half the stuff I hear about on anybody.
Yeah.
So I think it's really interesting that, like, some kids get prepared because their parents have those skills to pass down to them, and other kids don't. And it's no one's fault.
No.
No one's fault. It's just psychologically really interesting to me.
Yeah, and I love the psychology behind it because, like, I've met people that are survivors of abuse and have coping mechanisms that aren't always in their favor because that's what helped when they were little,
Yeah.
but not so much as an adult. I've also met survivors of abuse that have become amazing adults because of their coping mechanisms that they have been able to transition or morph into more mature kind of ways of dealing with things. And you could throw anything at them and they'd be like, not a problem.
Yep.
And some people learn how to become centered and others are just freaking scattered everywhere.
100%. Everyone's different.
And it is interesting to see, like, why did they become that way? Like, what was happening? I know we're all snowflakes, so each of us is
Everyone's
unique.
different. Yep.
Everyone's different. But it's interesting that sort of the similar backgrounds doesn't, like, abuse doesn't always mean, you know,
A life sentence of X, Y, and Z.
yeah,
In
exactly.
a negative way. Sometimes that
Exactly.
means you elevate yourself out of your current situation.
But how does that person that does elevate, how did they do that? You know what I mean?
I think it changes depending on the person, right? Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's a combination of your innate ability, your innate, so your like your internal ability to overcome things and kind of realize you have your own coping skills, and some coping skills are better than others, and to latch onto the good coping skills and not the bad ones.
Right.
Or I shouldn't say bad. Well, yeah, there's
The
bad
more
coping
negative
skills.
ones.
More negative
Yeah.
coping skills.
Yeah.
So I find it fascinating because like you could have two people handle the exact same situation in totally different ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And both can be okay.
Yeah.
Or one can be bad and can be excellent, you know? And it's weird how
There's like a multitude of factors and multiple layers.
because one thing I've found as I've gotten older is I like to sit with things,
Okay.
you know, and I
Most people don't.
yeah, I allow myself that space to kind of, okay, let's take a break and let's just breathe. And I was very impatient with myself. Like, I think it came from the physicality of some of my illnesses that I got really, really angry with myself for a little while of how come you can't keep going? How come you don't have the same energy? How come you can't multitask the way you used to? And now I'm like, okay, let's do this. And like I said, setting myself up for success, right?
Yep.
And
That's key. That is very key.
It's
Sometimes you need to learn how your brain works too.
yeah,
I've seen some kids fight that. They're like, I just want to do this. And I'm like, but your brain doesn't let you.
right.
For whatever reason.
Right.
Whatever the reason
It doesn't
is.
let you right now.
It doesn't let you right now. So
Yeah.
what can we do to help you take small steps to
Yeah.
build you for success to get to that goal?
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the biggest things that I had to learn was patience. And that's what I think everybody should learn. I think that's why meditation is so important because it teaches you to slow down and not to rush things,
Yeah.
even the messages.
Even the messages, yeah. So like when I meditate, I know I have to take the first like 2 minutes and throw everything out. I just have
Right.
to ignore what's coming into my brain because it's that squirrel of like, I didn't do this, I need to do this, I need to like
Right.
my to-do brain is still going.
Yeah.
So I need to literally stay still.
What are you doing sitting here? You should be doing this.
Exactly. A lot of that. And even so I worked a lot this weekend, and so when I was home from work on Sunday, and when I got that was it. Sunday, I wanted to do things to set myself up for success on Monday. I slept.
Oh, well.
It
maybe-
worked out. It was
Yeah.
fine because I knew that a worst case scenario, I had clean clothes. I didn't need to do a laundry. I wanted to do a laundry.
Right.
But it's like, so it's like one of those, I went through that, like, can I avoid doing the list that I have for myself and still be successful and still
Right.
get into work on time?
Yeah.
And I could, so I was like, yep, that's it, not do anything.
Right.
So it's like,
right.
but like 5 years ago, me would have been like, nope, gotta get it done.
yeah.
Right?
And
like,
you would have beat yourself up
Yeah.
if you didn't. Yeah.
So realizing that you need to stop and allow yourself to rest. And rest is good
it is very important and good.
and not like a punishment.
No, it's a healthy thing.
It is. We don't do it enough.
Yeah, it's healing. It's the only time we do healing is when we're sleeping.
Yeah.
Physical, mental, spiritual healing all happens when we're asleep. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, like you say, you get that laundry list of what to do,
Yeah.
or what you should be doing and stuff like that. Lists are very important too, as far as not overwhelming yourself with the list, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I've talked to many clients about this, about, you know, you might have 20 things that you need to do.
Brain dump it, then like cut it in quarters.
Yeah,
Or-
or pick one thing
One thing. Yeah.
that you have to do today. Everything else, if you don't do it, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just bonus. It's gravy if you get it done. And then you feel, again, it's setting yourself up for success because you feel, okay, I've done the one thing I have to do, and it's still only 10 o'clock. Well, what else do I want to do?
Right? And reward yourself. Sometimes, again, sometimes doing those little tasks like, hey, I got up and did my laundry. and then had breakfast and brushed my teeth. So sometimes I'll check off laundry, and if I made my breakfast, I will definitely check off breakfast.
There
I
you
don't make
go.
my
Yeah.
breakfast every day.
Yeah.
And then also brushing my teeth, because that's something that's like, if I don't have it stack, so if I don't brush my teeth in the morning, I don't remember to take my meds in the morning.
Oh, okay. Right. Right. Yeah.
So it's like I have to visit that bathroom where the meds are to get my toothbrush.
Yeah, exactly.
If one or the other doesn't happen, they both don't happen.
Now, the second card that I got was the Four of Wands.
Ooh, I like that card. That's the
So-
celebration card.
Yeah, and it's also called the marriage card. Four, of course, is about stability, and we were just talking about being grounded and stable and whatnot. But the marriage card creates, well, from love, it creates children that we touch, babies that you want to eat. I mean, they're just so delicious. Come on.
I feel like, where does that come from? Because that's like an ancestral thing. Like
Oh, yeah?
wanting to, like, looking at a baby and being like, "You're so cute, I just want to eat you."
Yeah, it's a wicked witch thing too.
Yes, that's where we got the Wicked Witches and me like wanting to eat children.
Yeah, exactly. But there's lots of touching that happens, like when you're first dating, when you're first year of marriage, and hopefully it continues on. I mean, the sweetest thing is seeing a couple that's been married forever and they're still holding hands. It's like, oh my god, look at that, they're so cute.
Yeah.
Like
Years
my
and
mom
years
and
later.
dad, when I have a picture of them dancing at my engagement party. And they look like two Care Bears dancing.
Oh,
They're just
nice.
so adorable.
That's awesome.
So, I'm like, I did not realize I had Care Bears for parents.
Did they give you energy through their bellies?
Yeah, like,
Anytime I send the good vibes to people, that's what I'm like, Care Bear!
yeah, exactly. So of course, the Four of Wands, all about that love, and with love comes touching, right? And intimacy happens through touch. And we often want to, connect with people through touch, right? And just even if it's just like a handshake, your word and your handshake. I mean, I know COVID eliminated some of that, but elbows, yeah, exactly. We still, even through COVID, wanted to touch in some way.
I think people got it really starved through COVID.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's become the my words are
It's
gone.
okay.
The staple, the standard
Okay.
is the like minimal touch now because
Right.
of COVID.
But I have also noticed some people are going back,
Good.
and doing the handshake
Yeah.
thing. And I'm like, yay, I love that. I mean, we have hand sanitizer everywhere. So let's just be good on
Sure.
our sanitizer. Soap and water also works. Wash your hands regularly. I'm always telling my granddaughters what are the two best tools a chef or baker or cook can have. Clean hands.
Yep.
And they're big
Very
on
important.
Yeah, very big on cleaning the hands and washing the hands. And,
Good.
yeah, so it's like just because of COVID doesn't mean you can't touch even a stranger. Like in fact they probably want a touch. Not inappropriate or not without consent, of course, but
Always with that asterisk.
yeah, exactly. But I think it's good to connect in that way,
For sure.
and love is definitely one of those things where you connect more with someone because hopefully you're touching the one you love more than a complete stranger. And if you are, you need to visit some things.
I love our podcast. We go from like one end and sing right down the other. We have the Page of Swords.
Ooh, Page of Swords.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
There's lots of
words.
words.
Pages are messengers, and he's carrying a sword. So he's a messenger of words. And again, going back to the pen is mightier than the sword, right? The words can hurt. Words can motivate. Words can make us happy.
Words
Like
can elicit emotions.
absolutely. Like look at every movie. We call the tearjerker movies, tearjerkers because their words and actions make us cry, and we connect in that way, right? And because a lot of comedians talk about situations that we're familiar with, that's why we're laughing because it's like, yeah, I've been there, I've done that.
They create interesting scenarios, and not create. Some of them live them. Some of them are like, this is what happened to me last Tuesday.
Yeah.
What was I
That's
thinking?
happened to,
Yeah.
50
Majority of us, yeah.
in the
Yeah.
audience tonight alone, that sort of thing, right? And it's good to learn how to laugh at yourself too, right? Don't be so serious.
Don't be so serious.
Horse walks into a bar. Bartender asks, "Why the long face?"
I love it.
Sorry, that was going through my head when I was.
Oh, you know how many times, and it's funny because they tell me this joke every day.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 times out of 10, especially if I'm in a good mood, it still makes me laugh.
Oh, I love jokes like that.
If I'm mad at them, it doesn't.
Of course not.
But like 9 times out of 10, they could have just told me last period. They're like, "Hey, Kayla, what's up?" Or they're like, "Guess what?" And I'm like, "What?" No, chicken butt. That's literally it. And it never failed to put a smile on my face. As long as I'm not mad at them for something. As long as they didn't just like get in trouble for like putting hands on somebody.
Right.
Not in a good way.
Yeah.
So
more in a violent way.
yeah, they're very violent.
Well, children do react very physically.
They do, and I really think I was thinking about this with one of my kiddos last year because he was rather violent. They almost need to create like an obstacle course where there are things that kids can push against
Okay.
to get that like aggression out of them
Yeah.
in a safe, constructive way.
Yeah, like one of those smash rooms for
Yeah,
adults.
A padded room, they can come and go as they please. We are not locking them in, but just a space where if they need to get out whatever aggression, they can go towards a padded,
Yeah.
wall instead of a child
Yeah.
or their friend.
One
you know.
time, I came home really mad, and my mom was like, "You're feeling very angry." I said, "Yeah, I just want to, kill
Yeah.
someone or whatever." Whatever I said. I can't even remember what I was angry about. She handed me my baseball bat, and she said, "Go out and hit the tree as many times as you need."
Yeah.
And I did. And damn, it felt good.
Right? I remember.
And yeah, like as a child, we need to.
But that doesn't always stop as you're a child. Like, as a child, I feel like we don't have the articulation to say, "Hey, I'm mad. I need to do something right now,"
Right.
or "This is going to overwhelm me."
Right.
As an adult, we theoretically should. Some people still don't have those words.
But there's still
right?
that physical.
There's still that need to
Need.
get physical,
Yeah.
that physicality out of you, or that emotion, or that.
Yeah. Because some adults will go for a walk
Yep.
to clear their head.
Yeah. Some people box.
Box so they get the aggression out.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Exercising.
Exercising also does it really well. Exercise also releases endorphins.
Yeah.
So you've got that like happy chemical coming back in. So if you're ever like I remember being at a really low point, and I think between Josh and I, he was like, "You need to do something." I'm like, "Okay, I need to force myself to go for a walk." And it got easier as I started to force myself to go for a walk.
Right.
First
right.
day was hell,
Right.
but
yeah.
like I was like, "Oh, I like going for walks."
Yeah.
I kind of tricked your brain into being like, "This is a good thing."
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Go for walks
yeah.
for my stupid mental health.
Yeah,
It's a-
exactly. Yeah, and a lot of things are great that way. Like especially physically, it helps clear your mind, it helps bring you back to center, it helps you see things in a better perspective.
And you're
Because
walking meditation.
yes, yeah, exactly. It is a walking meditation or a meditation of movement. Not all meditation is just sitting still and umming. It's often moving can, like even just doing the dishes can also
Be a
be
meditative process.
yeah,
for sure.
exactly. And that's bringing a mundane thing up into a ritual, sacred thing. Because you're washing the dishes that your food that feeds your body and nourishes your body onto a plate that you are now washing, that maybe you're washing of a loved one's food that, was prepared for you or you were prepared for that, had prepared for them or whatever. Everything could be a ritual and everything should be sort of look to how can I make this a ritual? Because it brings that sacred into the mundane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of slows you down and just gets you to think slowly.
Yeah.
Just relax.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they've done a lot of studies in convents in particular because there's a lot of nuns that live for like ridiculously long times.
They really don't stress like we do.
No, they spend a lot of time in contemplative prayer. They often work a lot.
Yeah.
But not work like nose to the grindstone. I got to make the million this year or whatever. And I mean, they don't have a lot of men around. Maybe there's something there. I don't know.
Start doing studies. What are stress effects that men have on women?
Exactly. And vice versa, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Oh, goodness. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, I just, when I see articles like, oh, how has this group of people managed to live so long? You know, and I've seen the meme too. It's like, if someone asked me when I'm 104, how did you live so long? I ate a pine cone every day. It's like,
I love when they ask like people in retirement homes, like, "Why? How do you live so long?" And then like they'll actually say like spending time with people you love, or what if it was like go for a walk every day, and then you know that one person's like drinking
yeah,
every day.
takes the stress away completely.
Yeah. Not that I'm advocating for that.
No, no.
I just think it's funny.
Yeah. When you see something ridiculous, like, because some of it's just genetic luck.
Yes,
You know?
100% genetic luck. Like yeah.
It's not any special secret that they've done or
No.
eaten or whatever.
It's just genetic luck.
Yes.
And we all just pray that we have the same genes.
Because George Burns lived to be 100 and he smoked a cigar and drank, like, not heavily, but he had a drink every day and he smoked a cigar every day.
Maybe his body just got used to the rhythm.
Yeah,
Like, all right, let's keep
right?
this going.
Well, there are some people I've heard say that, like, when they get older and they're still smoking, it's actually better just to keep them, let them keep smoking, rather than going through the stress of quitting, which might actually kill them.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's supposed to be worse to get off of than heroin.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
I've seen someone detox from weed. That was a trip and a half. Because they did it by themselves. They didn't actually. They probably should have went to a doctor. but
Right.
They didn't. So
Right.
that was fun
Right.
to kind of watch.
Yeah.
And so like I can only imagine. I don't play harder into anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not a smoker because I have too many doctors that would kill me.
Right.
But I've seen people try to quit smoking and their level of success the first time around was like 0.
Yeah.
It took them like multiple rounds in
Yeah.
order for them to finally be like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, my dad, when he quit smoking, it was a rough ride to watch, for sure. I don't have that gene. That
That addictive, like pick up
No.
something and you're addicted to it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't have it.
So, because that is interesting because like I've had multiple conversations because somewhere in my family we definitely do have that gene because a lot of us like whether it's
Oh, I have it in my family. I'm an Irish
smoking,
Indian,
whether
so yeah.
whether it's smoking, whether it's whatever, there is an addictive something, personality trait, whatever. But it's more what I've found, and the more I've delved into psychology and watching people who have something they don't want to give up, it doesn't have to always be like a substance. So like mine is almost shopping. Mind you, when push comes to shove and I look at my bank account and I go, oh yeah, no, that's not gonna fly, I can stop.
Right.
Do I get the impulse to be like, oh, that's cute, I haven't gotten anything new in a while? Yes.
Oh, yeah. Like, I love seeing cute things. And,
Yes. But like,
I've-
I do get this, but I do get the like not the mentality, but like the like, oh, that's cute. Yes, I need it. I can justify 15 reasons why this would be a daily use in my life. That's where it gets hard. Because like, say, oh, I had to replace my backpack. I got a backpack. I love it. It's adorable. Didn't stitching, whatever, it broke. So instead of going, okay, I can use the semi-broken one or one that's older, I was like, nope, need to replace it now. And I did not like let up until I replaced it.
Oh, okay.
Did I replace it with something cheaper? Yes. So that was the justification.
Oh, okay.
But then so for other people it could be substances or it could be something else. But
Yeah.
I've also noticed for some people it's not a substance and it is something
It's
like
a behavior.
it's
or,
a behavior or compulsive.
Well, we always knew my mom was upset when new furniture started showing up at the house.
yeah, not that bad. The furniture is expensive. I'm
Yeah.
more like, let's go get a book.
Right.
Or-
Yeah, Mom would go on these shopping
Yeah.
sprees.
So would my grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to shop. Well, I don't like to shop. It's weird. I like to shop online.
It's the comfort of your own home.
Yeah.
So like before COVID used to love walking in the stores. Like just seeing
okay.
what people had.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm like, get me the F out of here.
Yeah, like if I'm going physically shopping, I want to go into the store, get what I need. I don't want to browse and get out.
Yeah.
You know, and like I don't like having to go out and shop too much. I mean, I love to thrift. That is one thing. I
Thrift
do.
is good until it's not.
Yeah.
Because like some of the stuff you can thrift is just as expensive just to buy new.
Right.
And
right.
that's where I'm like, why is it thrifting?
Yeah.
Why are we paying the
We've
exact
seen
same
many
for something?
examples on the Value Village
Right?
thing.
I barely go in there now. Actually, I do have to go in there because I need something for grad on Thursday.
I mean, there are some good deals to be had there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But when you see a dollar store thing in there for more than what you'd pay for it at the dollar store,
You're like, really, guys?
yeah.
Come on.
It's like-
Who do you think you're fooling?
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't have that addictive gene.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's
jealous.
a good thing. But it's like, like even when I was tearing through alcohol, because I was dealing with some trauma that had happened in my life. And, you know, like I was a weekend warrior, as they say. And my whole purpose of opening a bottle of alcohol was to get myself drunk. Not,
I've met people like that.
yeah, like I drank with a purpose.
Mhm.
And I never learned how to not drink with that purpose.
Which is
Really?
interesting because I've only done that once or twice and it's
Okay.
scary.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I'm not a drinker.
But I was not addicted to alcohol.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But you were like, I have a purpose. This is serving that purpose. So therefore I'm going to keep going.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
when I decided I wasn't going to drink anymore, I just didn't drink.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Because most people, they would be like, no, now I need this.
Yeah, no, I just, yeah, okay.
Okay. So I remember,
I guess sugar is my addiction.
yeah, that would, yeah,
That's
I
my
could
one
see that
vice
too.
I do have.
Um,
I never say no to a donut.
and when I say I could see that for myself, not for her.
Just to clarify that
Just
she's
to
not
clarify.
throwing insults
I'm
my
not-
way.
I'm an enabler with things. If someone's like, "Oh, this is really cute. Should I buy it?" I'm like, "Heck yes, I'll spend your money." You know, like my friend and I do. My friend makes a lot more money than I do, and she does that. She's like, "Is this cute?" I'm like, "Yes, please buy it."
Well, I love with online that you can put stuff in a cart and then walk away from the cart.
Right? That actually saves me money
Yeah.
because I'll be like, "Ooh, I want to buy something," and then I'll be like, "I want a cart," and then I'm like, "Oh, I don't have enough to check out," and then I'll forget the cart's there,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, "Oh, I really didn't need anything."
Then
in
you
that
get all
cart.
kinds of emails. You left your cart behind.
The cart's gonna go away. Okay.
Yeah.
If I really want it in a week, I'll find it again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually helping me save money.
Yeah.
Mind you, COVID and Amazon was not a good combination.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't for anybody.
Oh my god. I swear. I was like, oh, you can get tarot decks online and they'll come the next day.
Yeah. I know. If you order before midnight, it'll be here tomorrow. Oh.
Oh.
Now we're talking.
Yes. That was, yeah. No, I'm pretty picky now.
No,
Because
yeah.
now I've like realized, what was I doing the other day? That I was like, oh, I haven't gone through my decks in a while. I haven't touched probably 50% of my collection
Right.
in the last year.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
probably should really go through.
Yeah. Like I have a few decks that I use on a regular and that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the, what I call the special occasion deck.
Oh, totally. Like my Seasons of the Witch, like I can't wait to brand that out and
Yeah.
just be like, this is what I'm gonna use for the seasons.
Yeah.
Because like that is a perfect combination.
Yeah.
Do you hear they're coming out with tarot decks for each season now?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like the winter one is out.
Oh.
And half of me is like, you almost got me. You
Mm-hmm.
almost got me because I like the art, I like the imaging, I like the like what encompasses it. But I'm
I like the feel.
is the tarot gonna be the same?
Yeah. Yeah. I have to wonder about that.
So I'm like, do I get one and then
And do you
have to
need
get
a
the
new
rest?
tarot deck
No.
for each season?
No, you don't.
No, I didn't think so, you know. And it's weird because a lot of times the energy gets built up in the one you work the most with.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I like the energy of these decks, right?
Mhm.
So one thing I'm starting to do is a tarot deck for the client.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, so I've only ever read for that client with this deck, so it builds up the energy
Of the client.
of the client.
Oh, if I ever get like a long-standing client, I totally want to do that.
Yes, I have a few,
I love that.
less than a handful,
Less than a handful. Yeah.
but
But
still.
that's a neat idea because then you can kind of see like because like I'm always sending pictures of my readings to my clients, so you can kind of see like, okay, this is what they said this time, and this is what the deck says over here. So really, you can see the correlation. That would be super fun.
Yeah, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm loving this. I want more clients that want to be long-standing clients that want their own personal deck, so please reach out.
Because then you can start to like make notes and like see patterns over. Oh my goodness! Now I want to do that too.
Right?
I'd do more with the trees though. I would take like my. Oh, I threw it over there.
Oh, okay.
As I reach down and realize I just dropped one.
Oh.
Like my tree decks, I would totally do that with.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Now, for our third and final card of the power of touch we're talking about,
All right.
we've got the Knight of Wands. A very passionate knight. You can see the volcano in the background erupting. Boom. And he is looking very tough. And touch, well, I mean, we just had the marriage card, so passion.
Passion and touch and marriage go all hand in hand.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is interesting because I have the 4 of Pentacles. Very not a touchy card. Very much a, like, I want to protect my finances.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's very much,
Well, he's very much don't touch my money.
don't touch my money. So I'm on the opposite end of that. I'm like, let's, like, of your third card.
Yeah, mine's
Yeah.
all about passion and touching and love.
And mine's like, stay off my money, please.
Yes, stay away.
It's mine. I will touch my money.
I do not want this touch.
Not for me physically, not for me personally, but like I find that really interesting because
He's even like the way he's got his foot, like this is mine.
yeah, it's like this is mine and you can't have it.
Like, did you ever do that to your siblings? We used to do that once in a while of licking something.
Yeah.
And now it's mine.
Yeah. Which, and if you have siblings, eventually you're just like, whatever, you're a sibling.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna take it anyway.
Oh, but I still do remember there were a couple things we'd do at the dinner table. One, Mom would serve us all a pork chop, let's say, and there's like one left over. And it's how fast can you eat your pork chop so you can as soon as your fork was in it, it was yours, right?
Yeah.
Planting my flag there. So we would always race to see who got the next pork chop. That and we used to have bags of milk. I know in America you don't have that, but
Canada, we do have bags of milk.
we have bags of milk, and it's a huge pain in the ass when you get near the end of the bag. You have to pull it out,
Take
you
it
gotta-
out, put a new one in,
and then
bang it on the counter a couple
yeah,
times.
yeah, exactly, and then you got to cut the end off to open it. So we were allowed milk
Done that in
at
a
dinner when it would get like this low.
Yeah.
like no matter how thirsty you were,
No one touched it.
no one touched
No
it.
one wanted to be the responsible for changing it. I remember that because my mom used to get so mad at my stepdad because he would be the one that would drink it like it's water.
Oh,
And then
okay.
so he'd leave the little sip in so he didn't have to change it.
Right.
And my mom would be pouring cereal. She'd be like, seriously?
Yeah, right.
Seriously, you're going to make me change it?
I don't
Stop
know.
it.
I don't know what was so hard about that job, but no one wanted to do
No.
it. And yeah, like you could be dying of thirst.
Yeah,
And
meanwhile, you'd be like,
"Mm."
nope, not going to change it. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. We buy all our milk in cartons. So we don't, because like...
Yeah, we do too because we don't go through it fast enough.
Exactly.
To do the bags.
To do the bags, we don't.
Yeah.
And then
bags
I
are
remember,
big.
yeah,
family
or the
type thing.
opposite. So my grandparents used to board hockey players. Speaking of like the OHL and stuff, I'll get back to that. There's a tangent there. And she'd get home from grocery shopping. We'd be halfway through like lasagna dinner because I got to carb up before the game.
Yeah.
And they'd be like chocolate and white.
Right.
Like,
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, all right, I guess I'm
I
going
knew a
milk
couple
shopping
of
again.
hockey players, and yeah, they ate like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'd clear out whole cupboards.
100%. They were like, and now that I realize, because I'm around a lot of them, you're babies.
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah, but
Oh
they're
my goodness.
growing.
They're growing.
And they need that fuel.
Yeah, so this is the...
Because they're skinny.
Right? Oh
You
my
know
god, some of them are so skinny.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, but just in like
Just in
I
a-
can tell you're athletic, but
They're
where
not
do you
eating
put
like
the
a
food?
skinny person. Yeah, exactly. It's like, holy jumping.
So for the first time in 20 years, the OHL did the draft in person.
Oh.
So over the weekend, Kingston hosted. I think it's because we have some sort of connection to the commissioner of the hockey league. This is what I've been told. I don't know anything for certain. I work there. Hockey is not my thing.
Right.
So this is the first time in 20 years that they had. So there was everyone and their families just praying to get drafted. So there was like 20 teams each round. each team had like, depending on who rostered for what pick or traded for this and traded for that. So like some teams had 3 rounds or 3 picks in a round, and other teams didn't get picked in a round. And like it was
I can't imagine the emotion.
it was so much emotion. It was heartbreaking for some of them because
Aw.
you're like there to the bitter end, and if you don't hear your name, I guess you're like,
Yeah,
better
that's
not
it.
next
You're not-
year.
yeah.
And this isn't a guarantee to play. This is a like
Right.
you'll get to development camp, and then if you make it to main camp, you potentially could get on the team. So
okay.
there's still some hurdles to go.
Right.
But hearing your name called is like a big accomplishment, and kind of makes all of those like sacrifices of going to 5 a.m. hockey practices and out of town games like kind of worth it.
Right.
So it's really cool to kind of see the culminating of all of that.
Plus, it's our sport as Canadians.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, and it was really subdued. I was surprised.
Oh, okay.
Normally, I'm like, are we gonna get a couple people that are a little overindulging? And you know,
Yeah.
we didn't. It
No.
was
Well,
kinda
I guess it's like you say. It's a pretty serious.
It is pretty serious. Never seen so many suits in my life.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Right.
between the coaching staff and the players, they were all like nicely.
Oh, that's good that they
Yeah.
make them kind of.
Oh
dress
yeah,
up.
no, there's definitely a code of dressing in hockey.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good because that's becoming a lost art. Because my 2 little nephews got their first communion
Ooh, that's
in
fun.
church, and it's like this is when you want to have a girl because of course they show up in the bridal dress basically.
Yeah.
And it's like it was so cute seeing them all and stuff like that. It was at St. Mary's Cathedral here in Kingston.
That's a beautiful church.
It is a beautiful church, and they've just redone a lot of it.
Ooh.
So I was like, my family knows I don't go to church on a regular. So I was in it going, wow. And they're like, yeah, look at this. And look, you're new. This is all new to you, Rhonda, isn't it? And they were pointing out all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, oh, cool. So anyway, so my nephews, my sister, who's the mother of my nephews, was talking about how hard it is to find ties.
Really?
She went to Moore's Suit
Had to go
store,
to suits like the
and
more
they didn't have ties for
What?
little boys.
What?
They had adult ties, but they didn't have little boy ties, you
That
know?
makes me sad.
And my nephews are like because they're schooled in the public system, not in the
Catholic system.
Catholic system. They're a little behind in what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
So as far as sacraments and stuff like that goes, so they're not 7, they're like 8 and 10, I think,
Yeah.
or something like that. So they were doing it together, and yeah, Jamie said I had a really hard time finding ties. She wanted just a clip-on tie.
Yeah.
And yeah, you couldn't find a clip-on tie come
Interesting.
hell or high water.
Is it just the timing of the year? Because I know ties come out in full force for like grads and everything, but like not little ties, right?
But you would think this is wedding season.
Oh, it is wedding season too.
Like, why are there aren't there little like ring bearers and stuff that
True.
you know? I mean, one of my favorite things, and I still have it, is Marcel, my son. One of his first Christmas pictures is him in his what we call his blue velvet tuxedo, and he's got a little white dress shirt on with a little bow tie, and I still have the little shirt. And it's so tiny. I bring it out to show him because he's now 6'2" and, you know, 1,000,000 pounds or whatever. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
And it's like, you used to fit into this.
Oh my goodness, I love that. I have a few old, I don't know if they'll ever be for my children. They might be for my friends' kids, but I have a few outfits that mom was like, thought these were for you to keep. And I was like, how was I this tiny? How do you fit in that?
Yeah, right.
And now you're like, "Brr."
Yeah, and it's like, we started out so small and fragile. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, we're so tiny.
Even so, one of the kids was really cute today. So a couple of the kiddos, the last all the Fridays in June, they did milkshake orders, but you had to like there was a cutoff. So
Okay.
a couple of the kinder classes are doing like little extra because the kids were very upset that they didn't get milkshakes.
Right.
So we did slushies, and because I'm friends with one of the ECE, she's like, I made an extra one for you. I'll get one of the kids to deliver it. I'm like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, but they're so tiny. Like they came up and they're like, here. And I'm like, thanks so much. And I'm like, oh, compared to like the big ones that I get to play with, I'm like, you're so tiny.
Oh gosh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
No, so it was good to get them.
So, you know, this was a good topic, I think.
I like it. Yeah, we should do another one.
Yeah, and so next week we'll pull another card and see what comes up. But in the meantime, until next week, touch each other.
With consent.
With consent. Bye.
Bye.